What's up, you guys? Shartimus Prime here, doing another Marvel Legends figure review on the Marvel Legends Amazing Spider-Man 2 series, or the Green Goblin Wave Superior Spider-Man figure. I am so stoked I had finally picked up this wave, found it at Target, got the DPCI, which is 087062568. Look it up, find it at your local Target or Toys R Us. It's popping up at Toys R Us, but if you cannot find it at retail, you can find it at Big Bad Toy Store.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
So taking a look at the packaging over here, we have a very similar thing that we got with the Captain America Winter Soldier wave. As you can see, we have Superior Spider-Man written down here at the bottom, Marvel Legends Infinite Series. We get the Ultimate Green Goblin leg, Build-A-Figure piece. There's the figure, interchangeable hands, awesome. We get the Spider logo right here on the top. We get some Spider-Man in red as opposed to the blue, of which we saw Captain America in. We have the rest of the figures of the wave and some running changes, which I hope see the light of day. There's a picture of Superior Spider-Man. We have a little bio on Superior Spider-Man. Doc Ock prolongs his life by implanting his mind in the body of Peter Parker. Using Parker's powers, will Doc Ock erase Parker's legacy and become the Superior Spider-Man? I have been loving the Superior Spider-Man title. It is fantastic. And I'm very excited for this figure. So yeah, let's crack this thing open. Okay, this figure is awesome. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I really think this is a very cool figure. Now, I've only opened up 3 out of the 6 figures from the wave that I have so far, and already I feel like this is potentially the very best wave of figures that Hasbro Marvel Legends has ever created. This is a cool Spider-Man figure. I like the posability. I like the sculpting of it. Everything seems new here. We get interchangeable hands. I'm very stoked. Let's take a quick look at the accessories and we'll really get into the figure. We get a little instruction booklet right here on how to build the Build-A-Figure because it seems so complicated and hard. And this figure includes the right leg of the Ultimate Green Goblin, or just the Green Goblin. And oh my goodness, look at that. So excited. Now the figure comes with 2 sets of hands, which I am very excited about. This is the first set right over here. And these are web grabbing hands. And it's a pretty wide grip that they have over here. But if you do have the Amazing Spider-Man Walmart exclusive webbing, it kind of fits in there. It's kind of a loose grip, but you know, you can get it to work. It doesn't look too shabby on there. The webbing's painted very well, and you can see there's this notch at the end of his thumb, which is very comic accurate. Superior Spider-Man does have these thorn-like things sticking out of the tips of his fingers and his thumbs. The paint applications are pretty clean, though when you do use this hinge, you lose the paint. And he also comes with these whipping hands, which look great. Again, we get those thorny things at the tips of his fingers over here and his thumbs. Looks fantastic. All the lines and everything are just painted on here, but it looks very good. Now here's the thing I'm really excited about, and this is an improvement that they've made to the Spider-Man figure that I've been waiting for a long time. Plug this into Superior Spider-Man over here, and there we go. The hand does not look gigantic. They did a great job on that. Look at that. It looks great. Then we bring in the big time letdown Spider-Man over here, and you could really see the difference. This just looks too weird. The placement of the hinge, or the way they sculpted the hand over here, it looks so much better on this guy than it does on the older mold that they'd been using. And the forearm actually looks a little thicker on this one than this one. Just the proportions are a lot better. The fingers still look a little on the long side, but it's okay. It could be exaggerated. It's Spider-Man. Pretty cool is that if you do have the Mafex Spider-Man, you can plug in the webs right over here into his wrist, so you can make your Superior Spider-Man web thwip. So here's a good look at the head sculpt, which I think looks pretty good. It definitely has that Doc Ock Superior Spider-Man look. You can see his eyes kind of protrude a little bit. They have this edge to them over here, which is pretty comic accurate. I think it's a little bit more exaggerated in the comics than it is right here. It's a little bit more subtle than it is in the drawings, but other than that, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. The lines are not sculpted in there. He does have the messy webbing look. Overall, I think the paint applications are pretty clean. We do have some black bleeding in right here into this weird maroonish brown color for his goggles, but pretty good head sculpt. I'm happy with it. Now, to my knowledge, the rest of the figure is done with a brand new mold. I do not recognize this. You can see some of the red plastic coming from underneath the black over here. But overall, I think the line work is pretty clean. I like the muscle definition. That looks pretty good. As I mentioned before, I think the forearms and the hands came out looking pretty nice. And here's his back. The Spider-Man logo looks pretty good over here. And these legs look like they're a new sculpt, and the feet are definitely part of a new sculpt too. I think those are pretty unique. And when you look at the bottom, it definitely looks like toes are supposed to be coming through there. And he does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Now, one gripe I kind of have about the figure is that it is kind of tricky to see. I don't know, just in low lighting, it kind of just all like mushes together. That's not Hasbro's fault. It's part of the design or the design choice, but But other than that, I think it's a great figure. And as far as the articulation goes, I have no complaints at all whatsoever. I am stoked about the articulation on this figure. Look how far his head goes up. Look at that. That is awesome as hell. I love that. The head moves very far down as well. Head moves side to side, and no neck pivot or anything. But we do get new shoulder pivots right here, or armpit joints as I like to call them. Getting a little bit of a closer look over here, you can see that it's painted all the way through very, very well in these armpit joints. They did a great job over here. He does have ball jointed shoulders that move upward. They move forward. He does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist moves side to side, down and up. Same thing with the web shooting hand. Same deal with articulation. He has a great ab crunch. Look at that ab crunch. That is awesome. Can't complain. Moves very, very far back as well. A lot of dynamic posing with this guy. And again, the paint and everything going all the way through over here. They did not cheap out. I love that. He also has a waist joint. He has these great T-joints that move outward that much. He can kick all the way up, which is pretty cool. You can actually rotate it so he's like that. That's awesome. He has the upper thigh swivel. He has double jointed knees that bend all the way in over here. He has feet that move downward. They move up. And of course, the beautiful ankle pivot. So Superior Spider-Man does stand just over 6 inches tall. And here he is compared to the Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man. And these characters do have very similar costumes. And I'm very thankful that Hasbro did not cheap out and just give us a repaint of this guy. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man, which he's just a little bit shorter than Big Time Letdown over here. But you know what? The scale still works really well. And here he is standing next to a bunch of other Spider-Man figures. These two right here. I love the McFarlane Spider-Man, the Sinister Six Spider-Man. We have the Walmart exclusive Amazing Spider-Man, and of course the Mafex Spider-Man. So he does fit in pretty well with these figures. He is definitely not the shortest one. Pretty good height on this figure. So if you can't tell, I really like this figure. I think it's a great example of Hasbro showing us that they can step up their game. This figure shouldn't be too hard to find. He's 2 per box. There's 8 figures in a box, so you get 2 of these Superior Spider-Man figures and then 2 of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man figures, and I think both of those figures are absolutely great. I'm really happy with both of the Spideys in the wave, and I spent a lot of time taking pictures of this guy, so if you want to show some love, man, check out the pictures I took of this figure right over here at marvelousnews.com. All my photos are posted over there, so please check it out. Click the link in the description below. It'll take you to my photo gallery at Marvelous News. Please check it out. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Hit the like button if you did, and please leave a comment. I will catch you guys later. Peace.
That's crispy.
So Superior Spider-Man's